MAFEX released their newest Marvel figure, and by the looks of it, it could be a masterpiece. Let's check it out. Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna take a look at the new comic version Daredevil by Medicom toy MAFEX. Fun fact, Daredevil comics were first Marvel comics that I read as a kid, so for me this was always the main look for this character. That is why I was excited when they announced this figure and I had to add it to my collection. First, a quick look at the packaging. It's a standard MAFEX box with a window showing the figure and some of the accessories. We have a promo shot down here, up here a nice illustration from the comics, and we can see that Daredevil is number 223 in the line. Promo shot and illustration with Daredevil text on one side and then the other side. And this is one of those exciting things about this figure, the fact that his billy clubs are connected with bendable wires. I'm so glad that they decided to do that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Back of the box shows more promo shots highlighting the accessories. Here is the top of the box, Legalese at the bottom. But now, let's open it up and let's take a look at this guy. Interior of the box is covered with parts taken from comic book pages, and that's a nice touch. They should do that more often. Here is Daredevil out of the box, and just based on my first impressions, I have to say, wow. Before this guy was released, I was kind of worried that the shading, the paint job won't be as good as on the promo shots, and while those promo images were a bit oversaturated and the figure is not as red as it is on those images, I'm really impressed by how it turned out. There are different tones of red on his suit, so that breaks the potential danger of this figure looking too dull on the shelf. Details like eyes, chest logo, belt with holsters, gloves and boots have a slightly brighter tone of red. The rest of the suit is darker and there is a subtle shading that visually gives muscles more volume and as a result gives us the opportunity to appreciate the overall sculpt even more. Taking a closer look at the head, the sculpt and the paint is beautiful. I feel like MAFEX does their best work on comic book figures, you know, characters that are semi-realistic. That's where they shine the most. Skin tone is nicely painted, mouth and nose are sharply sculpted, eyes are simple but look good, his small horns are also well sculpted. We can even see the ears underneath the mask. Chest symbol looks nice and sharp. As already mentioned, muscles are well defined, the belt looks simple, and the strap leading to billy club holsters is not a separate piece. It's sculpted as part of the body. And same goes for this strap around the leg. Holster is removable because there are alternate versions, but we'll get to that in a moment. The boots also look simple, but they turned out pretty good. So overall, I love the way that this figure turned out. Now, let's take a look at his accessories. First, he comes with this certificate that confirms that the figure is original and not a bootleg. And this is actually something that is good to have, especially these days with bootlegs coming closer and closer to the original. Not just in looks, but in quality as well. And then we get a MAFEX stand, and I know that I sound like a broken record, but I love the fact that we get a flight stand with every MAFEX figure. He comes with two alternate head sculpts, so 3 heads total. Both of these have angry expression, one with grinning teeth and then one with open mouth like he's yelling. We can compare all 3 heads side by side and you can see that the one on the body has a more calm face expression. All 3 look fantastic and they give you some great options for posing and display. And here is how one of those alternate heads look on the figure. We get 2 versions of alternate holsters. The ones on the figure have both billy clubs sculpted like they are inside of them. Then we get this one with only one billy club inside, and we also get an empty holster. And then for the billy clubs themselves, we get 2 of them individually sculpted like this. It's just 2 simple white sticks, nothing special. This one has a strap here. But then we get 2 alternate versions that are wired. And these are such an amazing accessories because they give you so many posing options. I'm so happy that they decided to make them wired. Just imagine if their Spider-Man figures came with wired web accessories. Maybe after this Daredevil they will start doing that. Anyway, these are fully bendable and they hold the pose. So as I said, you will have a lot of fun posing this guy around with his weapons, and I can't wait to do that for his posing video. He also comes with 5 pairs of alternate hands, 6 pairs total, because a pair of fisted hands is already on the figure. There is a pair of billy club holding hands, a pair of dynamic gripping hands, a pair of straight open palm hands, a pair of relaxed hands, and a pair of dynamic open hands. Now let's take a look at his articulation. The head and the neck are on separate ball joints, so together they give you a nice range of movement. He can look down this much, up this much, lean side to side, and rotate 360. We have a great butterfly joint that gives you the opportunity for him to cross his arms across the chest this much and back this much, so he can fully cross his arms like this. There is a little bit of drop down in the shoulders, arms go out all the way, they rotate 360. There is a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that goes in all the way, wrists swivel and move in any direction depending on how you turn that wrist peg. Torso has two cuts and both of them give you side to side rotation, nice tilt, bends forward this much, back this much. We have drop down hips, legs move out this much. The holster is on a ball joint, so it swivels and moves out of the way for the leg articulation. Legs kick forward this much, back this much. There is a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. We have a nice ankle swivel. Feet move forward this much, back this much. There is a generous toe articulation, and we have a great ankle pivot. So his articulation is fantastic. Joints have a great range of movement, and that is so important for an agile character like Daredevil, who should be as acrobatic as Spider-Man, and I'm happy to see that Medicom did a great job on this guy. Now let's compare our Daredevil to some other figures. Here he is with the original MAFEX 185 classic suit Spider-Man. As you can see, he is a little bit shorter than Daredevil, and on the other side we have the CT Toys bootleg version of this MAFEX Spider-Man. And you can see that he is significantly shorter. Here he is with MAFEX Gambit and MAFEX X-Force Wolverine. Here he is with MAFEX Dark Knight Returns Batman and Superman. Here he is with Marvel Legends Symbiote Spider-Man and X-Men 97 Wolverine. Here he is with Marvel Legends movie Logan and Deadpool. Here he is with two amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech bootleg figures from AliExpress. On the left we have the CT Toys Agent Venom, and on the right 2.0 Deadpool, the better version. So that was my look at the new comic book version Daredevil by Medicom Toy MAFEX. It's another fantastic figure that they added to their lineup. He looks amazing, but even better, he's fantastic for posing. Because of the design of the character and as a result of the figure as well, this is one of those figures that you can't stop messing with. You could pose it around all day and just constantly take pictures from all different angles. Just overall a fantastic release. There is maybe just one more accessory that I wish was included in this set, and that is his unmasked head. But even without that, this could be your ultimate, definitive 112 comic version of Daredevil, and I would strongly recommend it. But those were just my thoughts. Now I would love to hear yours. What do you guys think about this figure? Do you have it? Do you plan on getting it? Let me know all of that down in the comments. As always, a special thank you goes out to my supporters on Patreon. Thank you guys for helping me to keep the channel alive, because everything that I earn over there goes into the channel's content, so thank you for the support. If anyone else can join over there, please do so, and if not, that's also okay, because you are helping the channel simply by watching and sharing my videos. So thank you all for watching, thank you for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next one.